quarterbacks that I can think off the top of my head that came into the league that wasn't heralded. He started as a 6th-round draft pick. So what was he, Skip? He was hanging around with the bottom feeders. He was hanging around with the guys that weren't anybody. And so he like, well, the guys that are somebody, they make me feel special. So if I ever get an opportunity to get in that role, guess what I'm going to do? That's, Skip, for me, I came as a 7th-round draft pick. So, you know, I stayed in my place. I'm talking to everybody, you know, just trying to get to know everybody. And as I became the player that I became, I got no problems helping younger guys because I know what it was like to be in their position when they weren't 1st or 2nd-round draft picks. And so that put Brady in a very unique perspective because he's been there where a lot of these guys are. And I've heard stories that when guys come to town, it's like, you need a car? You can take mine. You need a place to stay? You can stay with me. And I'm like, huh?
That's awesome.
I mean, that might be a bit much, you know, for me. That, you know, hey, if I know you, you know what I'm saying, I might give you a little, you know, I'll give you a place to rest your head. Can't get the car now.
Not the car.
I will go rent you a car. I will do that for you.
Why can't you share your car?
No. My grandfather used to always tell my brother and I, he said, son, if you got too many drivers and not enough fixers, when things go wrong, you're going to wonder why. So if I'm the fixer, I'm going to be the driver that you mess up somebody else's car. But, Skip, this is unbelievable here for a guy like Tom Brady. Been to 9 Super Bowls. He's won 6 of those and has everything. And people look at him because I remember when I first got to Denver, I'm looking at John like, man, that's John Elway. I watch that joke on TV. Now I'm a teammate. Skip, the very first thing my sister said, Shannon, when you go to Denver, don't bother that man. Leave John Elway alone. You don't even got no business speaking to him. I love what did you mean? What the hell you mean? I'm a team. We teammates. You know what I'm saying? Skip, because I had never been in a situation where, you know, in high school, you know, we all won. Yeah, obviously, you know, as you know, you're a better player. Obviously, you get things. But I didn't look at like, oh, he's not my teammate because he's not as good a player as me, or I got to college. He's not. No. So that's how but John was like, he took me under his wing right away. I don't know what it was that made him gravitate towards me. Maybe he thought I was funny, told a bunch of jokes, because I did. But
surprising.
But Skip, looking at Tom, but for him to be that, and this is a reoccurring theme, everybody that's in that locker room, that comes out of that locker room and goes somewhere else or comes up here, like, he the real deal. What you see is what you get. He's that humble. He's that outgoing. He talks to everybody. He doesn't make anybody feel like they don't belong. And John was great at that. Skip, sometimes we would have nights off in training camp, and, you know, Club Shay Shay was bouncing, the music going. You know, we had a couple of them cold things going on. We rolling dice, playing video game cards. Guess who was right up in the room with him? Rolling dice, playing cards. 7, John Elway. That goes a long way. When the quarterback, that guy, the leader, obviously the best player, and he doesn't feel he's above you. Because he could have been like, man, I got to study. I got to do this and that. No, he's right there. And for Tom to be that way, now you can see why everybody will climb the tallest of brick walls for that guy.
Before I comment on Michael Bennett, on Tom Brady, I'm going to comment on Michael Bennett, period, yesterday. There's too much peace and love coming out of my locker room this week.
Oh, my goodness, Skip Bayless.
I needed chips on shoulders, and I'm getting nothing but sweetness and light.
So you want Michael Bennett to say, I'm going to kill Tom?
No, I'm going to get even with Bill. Bill cut Michael.
Interesting.
And he had nothing but glowing things to say about
Kill him with kindness.
Bill Belichick.
So that's worrisome to you. I hear what you're saying.
Kill him with kindness, Skip.
Listen, Michael Bennett's got edge to him.
Yeah.
And maybe he's just putting on a front for the media.
You want edge.
You know,
this joker here.
You got any issue, you know, with why were you cut in New England? He was asked. I don't know. Ask the coach. What do you think of Bill Belichick? He's a savant. He's a historian. I learned more football from Bill Belichick than I've ever learned from any coach.
Did he lie?
If I ever become a coach myself, I'm going to take away so much from my year with Bill Belichick or whatever. It wasn't even a year. It's just a few 6 games,
Okay,
I believe
like
it
8
was.
months.
Yeah. I learned everything. He's all of my I'm putting words in his mouth. Like he's all my previous coaches rolled into one. I took away so much knowledge from the great Bill Belichick. You don't have any animosity. No, he said nothing in this business or nothing in the NFL is personal. It's all business. It's all business.
Yeah.
So he's just shrugging it off like,
ain't nobody like
okay.
Hold personal
It's okay.
grudges and vendettas.
Okay, well, I needed a little bit of vendetta from Michael Bennett this week. I
Angry.
needed some,
You want him to be angry ahead of this one.
Michael,
I get it.
This is it. Your chance for a little revenge.
Show them what they're missing.
Get even with them.
Okay, what if he said what he says. He goes out there and sacks Tom Brady twice, strips him of the football. You okay?
I'd be great. Is that going to happen? Are you predicting that?
I'm just saying.
I need him to play angry. I need Zeke to play angry. I need Michael Bennett.
No.
Those are my two angry candidates this week.
No.
21.
Don't play.
I don't even know what number. It's anywhere. It's like
79.
79. It's
You're Harvey
weird.
Martin.
It's like, what? 79?
No, Skip, no. You don't play angry. You got to take the most. You got to play calm.
You fuel it. You channel your anger, right?
That's exactly how you were, right?
Yeah.
Calm, composed.
Yeah, Skip it. Yeah, I was calm. You got to be calm.
Yeah.
It's still in the water.
Okay, so Michael Bennett just got in a very long line when it comes to Tom Brady because even James Harrison, we have often on our show right here, James Harrison has as high a BS detector as anybody I've ever been around. He just lives skeptically because it's who he is and what he should be. So he admitted to us, he walked in that locker room late 2 years ago when he was acquired by Bill Belichick with his radar way up on Tom Brady. Is he a phony? Nope. James Harrison swears by him. Didn't swear at him, swears by him. Didn't swear about him, swears by him. Right?
Yep.
I worked with so many expatriates at ESPN, and not one of them had one little tiny negative thing to say. I didn't even hear a but. But he can be a little difficult. Nope, I didn't hear any difficult. I heard that he's just the best guy you've ever been around in a locker room, and they follow him. He is their leader. That's why I call him the best leader in sports, and I think he's in the discussion of greatest leader of all times. I think Ray Lewis is up there. I think you're in that discussion. But I don't think Tom Brady gets enough credit. Part of his package is this intangible of locker room leadership.
Right.
And he sets the tone. He lets Belichick get away with being Belichick. A lot of teams would have revolted a long time ago. They would have mutinied on Bill Belichick.
Well, if you can get your best player.
That's correct.
If he can become your hardest worker and he buys in, there's no choice. I mean, when guys would show up to work out and they see John running, giving it their all, what do you expect them to do?
Yeah.
He was on time. They're going to be on time. Tom Brady's not showing up late for a meeting.
Nope.
Tom Brady's not coming there BSing. I don't know how much he works out with them. He probably has his own workout that he does with Guerrero, so he's not required to lift at the facility with their strength and conditioning
when
coach.
the final horn sounds ending practice, who's going to stay out there and keep throwing to his receivers? That guy.
Right.
100%.
Win sprints.
Okay.
He's running.
He's going to run, and he's going to be in the best condition he can be in, albeit via Alex Guerrero.
Right.
So in the end, what I love the most about him is you see all these stories from guys who got acquired from somebody else's practice squad. So this guy's walking in the locker room as the 53rd Patriot. Up will walk Tom Brady every time and say, "Hi, Bob. I'm Tom Brady." And Bob is quoted later as saying, you don't have to tell me who you are.
That's awesome.
I know who you are.
That's just common because that's the way I introduce myself. Hi, I'm Shannon Sharp. I know who you are. It doesn't matter who they are. I mean, obviously entertainers and so, but it's funny that, and they're like, I know who you are. But for Tom to do that, Skip, it seems like, he's sincere. But I still believe it goes back to him being a 6th-round draft pick, him starting from the bottom, and the way those Patriots, and I don't know, I think obviously Willie McGinnis and Ty Law, all those guys were there that made him feel special. They didn't shun him. Because and sometimes, guys come in there that think they're all this or all that. But it's not normally 6th round, 7th round draft picks.
Yep.
It's the higher end guys. So if you think that coming in and you're a high tier guy and you go to have success, you're kind of detached.
Yep.
Tom Brady has always been attached because he was a 6th round draft pick. There was no reason for him to feel special or think he was special. Now, Mr. Kraft tells the story that he walked up and Tom Brady was on the field stretching and he says, "Hi, I'm Mr. Kraft." And he shook his hand and says, "I'm Tom Brady. I'm the best decision you've ever made." So it shows that, Skip, I got confidence in myself inwardly, but I don't need to project that outwardly.
Nope.
And that's why guys gravitated towards him, and that's why he's the leader that he is.
Okay.
Good
Now,
quote.
just to be objective about this, it's ironic we're talking about this week because, in truth, we have seen nothing lately but mopey Tom Brady. And it shocked me because it's anti-leadership. It's not the way he should be.
This week has been different.
He's human. I mean, you know when you're not playing bad. Everybody can stats
When
can
you
say
are
all the
playing bad.
when you play and he knows he's not playing up to the level that he should be playing at and the level that he's played at for such a long time and the standard he's set for himself. So he knows that. And because here's the thing, and he understands this. If he's on social media, playing like he's playing, like, Tom, what the hell are you on social media? What you so chippy about? Did you see your performance?
Interesting.
So
Zero dark